Welcome back to another episode of MMA on the Moon, episode 8. I completely said episode 6 in the last one, even though it was episode 7, so my bad on that. But we are back this week. Don't have a whole lot to talk about, but some stuff kind of coming up. Big thing, I guess, recently is that Olivera got a new opponent. Fiziev was out with a knee injury. I heard it was the same knee that he actually injured beforehand, so that is not good to hear at all. That sounds like his career is going to be cut kind of short, which really sucks, especially for such an explosive fighter. But Gamrot is
I
stepping
know.
in, replacing him. Super kind of pumped about that, especially the grappling exchanges. Devin, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that'll be a great fight. I think that is a definitely a harder fight for Oliveira, especially with the grappling. I know Oliveira has some slick grappling and some good submissions, but Gamrot has that real pressure wrestling, so it's a big challenge for him and way different than what he was training for with Zee. And then coming off that knockout, man, I'm still not super confident in him right now. If he had more time, I feel more confident in Olivera, but I just feel like Gamrot's a hard task to ask for, especially on it's not short notice, but shorter notice.
Well, I think like to your point though, like what you were saying, like that's a complete game plan switch up. Like that's tough.
Yeah, yeah.
It,
I mean that you got someone who he was training for is more of a Muay Thai style fighter, and now it's a pressure wrestler, which we've seen how he handles that against Islam. I mean, he didn't do too great. I'm not saying Gamrot is Islam's level, but uh, similar styles, like just that pressure that they bring.
Yeah, my only thing is that the so Weasel, made a very good point in terms of what you were talking about with the whole, Oliveira coming back from that knockout that didn't happen that long ago at all. Um and in making it look like Gamrot's a power puncher, and I obviously I hope that Oliveira does not go out from Gamrot's punches, because that would just kind of be crazy in itself. But again, I'm with you. I kind of hope Oliveira's like recovered enough for this fight, because I mean the Visib fight's for sure scarier in those terms, and like that thought process of thinking that like okay his chin is definitely not all there, but at the same time I do feel like anyone could touch him at this point and kind of either rock him, drop him, possibly even put him to sleep.
Yeah, but with that Fiziev fight, I felt like if he would have got Fiziev down, it would have been easier to control that fight. And
100%.
I mean, I feel like Fiziev is a little bit easier to get down too. He doesn't resist takedowns very well. So
I mean that would have been such an interesting
it's
fight.
yeah, I agree. I just this is such a harder fight for Oliveira, especially in his home crowd. And yeah, man, I don't know.
It's a tough one. I'm a little bit more excited for it just because again like I love that high level grappling exchange that
Yeah.
Oliveira can have sometimes. But again, I'm
Oh,
with you. It's just kind of like the chin, man. Like, is it really going to hold up?
now don't get me wrong. I think it'll be a fun grappling match. Like I think I can see Oliveira throwing some crazy submissions and a lot of scrambling, and so it'll be a fun fight. But from what I saw is Oliveira didn't want to take this fight. Like he tried to not fight Gamrot, and I think he was kind of forced.
Yeah. Well, because I guess like there was that Instagram post to where it had like what Patty's flag. It had um who's the other guy? Damn, I can't remember. But it was Patty and two other guys.
I think he
Armon.
wanted
It was Armon.
yeah, and I thought he wanted what's his Saint Denis too.
That's
Was it
right.
Saint Denis?
Yeah. It was because BSD was talking about. He's like, if one of them pulls out, like I'll be ready, and then
Yeah.
he wasn't. So it's kind of like what the fuck, dude. But it's like you fucking tease. But it was just that's a weird situation to like really be in if you're Oliveira to have. kind of like call outs in a way ready, and then especially for like a replacement, and then none of those working out and having to be someone like Gamrot.
Yeah, I I it's such a switch up too for Oliveira because I mean Armin is high level for sure, and so is Patty. But thinking like I could get Saint Denis and then being like, nope, you're gonna take this Gamrot fight. That's tough.
I really wonder what the reason like for his hesitation, because
I I think it's a harder fight, maybe, especially like if it's not someone you're preparing for different styles, like we said. And plus, I think he wants a winnable fight in Brazil. I don't think he wants to chance it against someone like Gamrot.
yeah, but I don't know because again I can go back and forth. I think BSD would have been the easiest fight out of all of those guys,
100%.
and I think with the whole Patty and Armin situation though, like even calling those guys out, I think that's such a risk because I mean Patty has looked incredible, honestly, like way better than I thought he would ever look. And then you have
Yeah, but
Armon, who's also had that super close fight with him that some people thought Oliveira won in the first place. And so I wonder if that was
but
more of like a let me try to get it back sort of match, you know?
I think what I think is he was really trying to get that BSD fight, and I think the other two were just talk to sound cool. I don't think Patty could never make that weight on short notice
Yeah,
because he blows up so big. And then he knows Armon would never take that fight because they've already fought, and Armon has already waited almost 2 year, a year and a half, waiting for this title. So I think he was just saying that name value to be like, yeah, I'm willing to take these guys. And then he threw in BSD, thinking that BSD was already calling him out, and he would take that fight. And then out of nowhere, they're like, "Nah, we're gonna give you Gamrot." And he's like, "Wait, wait, 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 wait." I said these
wait.
guys. I said these guys. I didn't say Gamrot's name, but I think that's what it was. I think the other two were just kind of for show because Armin's not gonna take that fight again, and Patty can't make that weight. Like 100% can't make that weight on what is it? A month? Less than a month.
Yeah,
So no way Patty's making that.
yeah, because even if he did and went out there and then ended up, I guess even losing, that would just be such a big talking point of like how much weight Patty had to cut,
Yeah.
which
I
would
I
obviously
think he
hurt Oliver's
I
win.
think he wanted that BSD fight, like was banking on that BSD, I mean, besides the grappling, BSD has some good grappling, but the stand up wise, BSD will move forward kind of like Khabib was. So it's similar styles, except BSD can grapple better, and
Well,
it's a much easier fight.
yeah, especially in the stand up area because I mean BSD was going to get hit like crazy if that was going to be the case.
Yeah, yeah, and he moves forward like he leaves his chin up there to get hit.
Yeah. I mean, he looked a
But
bit better in the roughy fight, but I think again, like there was just that confidence of like, well, I can just take this guy
I can get this
down.
guy done.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. I mean, that was so clear. Like once he did it, he was just like, oh fuck yeah, and
Yeah.
you saw Ruffy go, oh shit.
Yeah. And so I don't know what's going to happen with this Gamrot fight. It'll be interesting. I think it's a big clash of styles for sure. Um, Grappling matchup. I don't know, man. I don't see it going good for Oliveira, which is in his current state. Like I understand he just fought for the title and he's been looking good still, but he's a little older in his career and he just got knocked out, like flatlined. So I think this is a bad fight for him.
Who did you
I
have?
wonder what the betting
Yeah,
odds are.
that's a really good question because I wonder if they've shifted a whole lot or if they've stayed the same. Um, because I mean, who did you have in that original matchup with Fiziev and Oliveira?
I had, dude, I don't know. I I was gonna say I had uh Oliveira just because I think his grappling could outdo um Fiziev, but with his chin after getting knocked out like that, I think Fiziev could hit him with a crazy shot that would just put him down because he's known for getting hit and getting dropped. And I think if he gets dropped after that nasty knockout that he just faced, his chin's going to be a little bit weaker. His brain might just shut off. And plus, I mean, we see it all the time. These guys that fight in front of their home crowd just can't get it done for some reason.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and Brazilians in main event anyways haven't been doing that good. I don't think this year. So I mean, it may
All
just
right,
follow
so
that trend.
I'm seeing right now Olivera is opening as a minus 125 favorite, Gamrot a plus 105.
So it's pretty close
So,
then.
yeah, to be honest, I bet you closer to the fight, these odds shift or they become more of a pick 'em. I think Gamrot will become the favorite, or it'll be a pretty close like minus 110, minus 105 kind of thing.
That's
But
what I'm kind of leaning towards. I think it'll be a pick 'em at the start of the fight, but I mean,
I
if Gamrot's
if
like going to be a favorite though, do you think it's going to be kind of like just completely flipped like what it is right now?
I think it'll stay closer, unless I don't know, man. I'll say like if you see the money start really shifting, because right now Gamrot's a close underdog at plus 105. So if you see the money start really shifting and then Oliveira become the underdog and Gamrot become the favorite, then that just means like a lot of people think that Gamrot will take this and don't trust Oliveira's chin. And I mean, that's kind of where I'm leaning right now. I'm seeing Gamrot as a plus 105. I would take that underdog money and just double up my money with that. But I don't see it sticking with this line. I see Gamrot flipping or just being a closer to a pick 'em.
Yeah. I wonder what the Armin
I mean,
odds would have been like, especially for a rematch, because especially with like Armin like continuously grappling throughout all this time off. He had that whatever fake ass excuse he had for the Islam fight to pull out.
yeah,
But and he's been able to grapple just fine ever since that whole shenanigans, and so it's kind of like it's like, dude, if you were just like nervous that night, like that's kind of weird. like, like you're
yeah. So he hasn't fought in 17 months, dude,
that's insane. That's honestly
and
insane.
he's out here doing grappling matches with Henderson.
Yeah, put him to sleep, right?
So, well, Henderson was fucking around,
Yeah,
dude.
I saw him like doing that whole head, like resting his head on his hand sort of thing,
Yeah,
and then it was
being
all
all cocky, and then he got put.
yeah, yeah. Then he got put to sleep with that little arm triangle. I was just like, God damn it.
How old is he?
He's up there, man. He's getting up
Like
there.
45, dude?
Because I think he retired from MMA officially, right, a couple years ago. Or
Oh,
if not, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if PFL's still trying to hang on to him too.
he's 41.
That's it.
Yeah, he's 41.
I was honestly
Um,
thinking he was like pushing 50. Not because he looks old, but just because how long he's been around.
yeah, I mean, he had such a long career and then bounced around organizations after. Let's see.
That's
I don't think he active right now.
his last loss was against Umar Nurmagomedov, or sorry, Usman Nurmagomedov, and that
Yeah,
was
I don't think he's signed anywhere. Did he go? I don't think he went to the PFL. I
probably
think
not.
after Bellator, I think after Bellator, he just kind of see. Yeah, he's just done Bellator.
Okay.
Uh, 2023 was his last fight against Usman Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, that's probably better for him anyway. He's probably just kind of had enough of getting hit like that too. You know.
Well, yeah, but for Armin to just be out here grappling and not taking these fights, man, I just I
Well,
don't I don't know what he expects to gain because he's trying to play the long game of like I'll wait for the title or whatever. But do you think the UFC gives it to him?
I hope. not
Dana Ar-
kind of.
Dana already like is pissed off at him about this whole pulling out of this Islam fight.
See, because that's where I'm kind of at. Like, it's like, why would you think that you deserve a title shot after pulling out of one where you clearly earned it? Like, there was no question in earning that one, but now you're like, oh well, I was injured, so I still kind of get my title shot, even though I haven't fought anybody in over a year and a half or almost a year and a half. It's just like, dude,
Yeah,
no, like it doesn't work that way. And
I
and,
just
and personally, I think it's the
yeah
same thing with like Shavkat. Like I know Shavkat like wasn't necessarily like in like the night of the or sorry weigh-in day and then pulled out. He was still scheduled against Bilal though, and then got injured and all that other good stuff. And I know his injuries are obviously legit compared to Armin's where they're still a little shaky and like in details.
yeah
But at the same time, I think it's just been long enough to where it's like you can't like promise these guys title shots like after a certain amount of time if they've been off. I don't think it's fair to everyone else. I don't think it's right to do because I mean uh, the chances are of I guess most of the time those guys coming back and then a champion beating them, everyone's all like, oh well, like that's not a real win or whatever, or that's like a watered down win or whatever the case is. Like it doesn't elevate that win. I feel like the way it could to where if they were able to fight one more and then get back to their title shot.
yeah. And he right now he's sitting as the number two contender, but you still have Max, Charles, Justin. I don't know how Hooker is number six by any means. Paddy Pimblett, Gamrot, Dariush Fiziev, Moicano Chandler, Saint Denis. So like you still have guys that have been active and winning, albeit Gaethje is probably going to get this next title shot. I think
Yeah.
is what's rumored, just to shut him up, which I'm okay with. I like. I think that'll be an entertaining fight. Someone's going to sleep, but I mean, you have Olivera about to fight Gamrot, and the winner of that could get, if Gamrot wins, he could get it, jump up to a title shot. Patty wants one more. I know he could get it off a name value, but I think he wants one more. Max is always in the running. So you have these guys that are active and winning, and Armin's just been sitting stagnant, complaining for 17 months. Like,
Yeah. Well,
shut up and fight someone and then earn that spot. And then I guarantee if he goes out and wins against anyone, I mean, they're more inclined to put him up there.
well,
But
it's just a matter of like activity right now. Like lightweight is just so stagnant.
and not only that, like, yeah, lightweight is pretty stagnant. It's weird because it's almost like Ilya coming up was bad for
Yeah.
bad for business, which I knew it was gonna be, especially when he was talking about moving up or possibly retiring and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's never good when someone just wants to come up and steal the title and then be like, okay, I don't give a fuck about this title or defending it or because then it just stagnates everything. And I'm kind of on the same. I understand everyone wants to be double champ and different weight class champions, and that's all fine and dandy and that's cool. But I personally, I don't give two shits about that, and I prefer seeing someone who clears out a division and dominantly runs the division to where like there's no one left. And that being that, I don't think Ilya earned that. So like Volk, for example, like he almost had no choice but to go up. John Jones didn't fight a lot of the newer light heavyweights, but he was there for so long, he kind of earned it.
Yeah.
Islam, in a sense, kind of has earned it.
Pantoja has if he really wanted to.
Yeah, Pantoja,
Marab's
uh,
about to get there as well. I think.
yeah, but he doesn't want to move up.
No, and I don't think
Neither does
guys like Panto.
Pantoja.
Yeah, I don't think neither one of those guys should move up. I think they're too small to move up. But I mean, but to the point that you're making is just that like exact. I 100% agree with you that some of these guys really do deserve a double champ. Like Wei Lee, for example, for the fact that they stripped her and said, "No, you have to vacate your title." She's one of the few champions that 100% deserves a double champ opportunity.
Yeah, and I just I would I would love to see those guys compete longer and really like I said, clear out the division. I think you winning and then being like, all right, I'm moving up after two title fights or whatever. Like, I don't even think he faced. I mean, I know he knocked out Max. I know he knocked out Volk. But other than that, what was another contender that he fought in featherweight
Yeah, I mean Josh Emmett was the next
before
highest
moving
guy
up?
up.
Yeah, so like I would have loved to see him stick around and fight some of these other names and build up on that. And then yeah, once you clear out some of these top guys, of course, move up. But I think it's I think it's bullshit for guys to come win a title because he won the title and then he defended it once and then he was like, all right, I'm going up.
Yeah,
I I
yeah, and
I can't fuck with
like it, and the whole argument for the whole like name value thing was like it to me like that's just total like BS. Because again, like I'm with you. I feel like the number of title defenses should matter a little bit more than a name. And because like that number at the end of the day is what people are going to look at. They're not going to go straight to a resume. They're going to say how many title defenses do you have, not who did you beat. You know what I mean? Like that who did you beat question usually comes a little bit later because then they're kind of curious
Yeah,
and see like, okay, well, why the fuck was it so low? And people are going to say that about Ilya. They're going to be like, oh well, like he has one title defense in featherweight, and then is possibly going to have one in lightweight, and then that's it. He's going to have a total of two title defenses in the UFC. And I think stuff like that is just going to hurt him, like in terms of like go conversations. And now, don't get me wrong, I still think he's probably one of the more talented guys like we've seen in recent years. But like at the same time, it's just like, man, you've beaten some really good people, but I would have liked to see you build those numbers up more rather than just beat the names.
yeah, and not even just the names. These guys think that, and I get it, having two different weight classes titles, like, oh, I'm a double champ. It means a lot, but I think, like you said, title defenses and being dominant means more than I beat these two guys. I moved up, won a different title. Boom, I'm the GOAT. Like, not really.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
for example, for example, I will always bring this up with Connor, and everyone talks about his GOAT status and shit. Like, popularity and hype and taking advantage of situations to gain popularity. He was the best at for sure. But I will discredit it. He didn't defend his titles. He fought, won the title, moved up, won the title, boom, went and boxed. Like I I don't know, man. It Yes, it's impressive to be double champ as he says, but I just I don't know, man. It's impressive, but not impressive to me in the sense that you didn't defend it, you didn't do anything to be a dominant champ. You weren't, I guess, considered. You were undisputed, but in my eyes, you weren't because you didn't defend it. You weren't. No one disputed you for your title. So
yeah, yeah. No, I 100% agree with that. I mean, and uh, I think again, like it kind of depends like on the time like it's happening too, because we've just seen so many double champs now to where it doesn't mean as much as it did when he did win it. Like I think that whole argument. I think for that time, for him to win the double champ, and go on to kind of create that status for people to chase. I think you could put him up there like at the top, or near the top for a go conversation. But again, with everything that's happened between that time and now, he's bumped down so much because of
yeah,
maybe because of other losses he's stacked up, like the Habib loss and the Poirier losses and stuff. But like at the same time, we've seen DC become a double champ. We've seen Amanda Nunes become a double champ. We've seen
well,
John Jones become a double champ practically.
and those those two names that you said right there, well, you said three, but the two, DC and Nunez, to me, when you talk about double champs, those are the top two double champs because not only did they hold two titles, they defended both titles
Yeah,
simultaneously and were active doing it. And I respect that a hell of a lot more than anything else. Like, because they were actively defending those titles and holding them simultaneously.
I don't think DC was going back down to light
And
heavyweight.
I thought he did for one fight.
I don't think so. I think
Yeah.
he just won it and then relinquished it after the Stipe fight. But I could be wrong, but I think that's what he did. I think Amanda's really the only one to like defend
Oh
both.
no, he didn't. You're right. He didn't. I was wrong. I thought he went down, but
No, because
no, he did relinquish it. But
I think he was all like, I gained all this weight. I feel fucking good.
I
He's
thought
like,
I
I'm,
thought I could have sworn he went back down, but
mm-mm.
no. Amanda for sure. I mean, she was defending both.
Yeah, I
I mean, don't get me wrong. She cleared out a whole. She killed a weight class, to be honest.
yeah, which is impressive in itself. But at the same time, it's just I think people have to look at the same time like those the name value. You know, as much as I was just shitting on fucking name value, you do have to go look at that now and kind of add that on top of a legacy, especially when you start trying to put her up there and put her up there with some of the greatest of all time. Because I mean, she definitely is. Don't get me wrong, but again, she was always miles ahead of her competitions. Besides a few,
Yeah,
and it's just
but
it's kind of tough to kind of be like,
she
eh.
has name value. I mean, she
Oh,
beat.
for sure.
I mean, let me
Because I mean,
here. I just
you have Cyborg who she beat to become double champ, which was huge, especially in
yeah.
under a
She
minute,
beat
or I think it was under a
Cyborg,
minute.
Tate,
Tate,
Rousey. She beat Shevchenko twice.
that's right.
Um, did we say Holly, Raquel Pennington, Durandamy twice?
Yeah, I mean, she beat like all the who's who in bantamweight and I guess featherweight.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just think that like you compare those female fighters to some of the male fighters that like let's say John Jones had to go up against or DC had to go up against, you know, or even I mean shit, even someone like, you know, Volk or Islam. You know, I just don't put their skills obviously as high as like some of the guys just and it it sounds sexist as fuck I guess, but like, you know, those skills like just the girls have sometimes just cannot. There's no way they could keep up with some of the guys. There's no way.
no, I agree, but I just think personally, like if I were to, I mean, besides, and I'm not a big Jones fan, but besides Jones, if I were to say like the greatest champ in UFC history besides Jones, it would to me would be Nunes.
That's completely fair.
Besides, but I mean Silva and why did my mind just go blank? Fucking
Mighty
Saint
Mouse.
Pierre.
Oh
Saint Pierre. You could put Mighty Mouse up there, but I would put Amanda above him. Amanda just the things that she did for the UFC, how dominant she was. I mean, she ruined a whole division, and she just was so unbeatable that she basically had to retire. And if she comes back, um, and wins, oh, dude, I mean,
yeah, it's gonna be hard to
if she,
like say
eh,
she's not a
yeah,
goat.
if she beats Kayla Harrison, put her up there, dude. She's Mount Rushmore for sure.
Yeah, yeah, without a doubt. I mean,
I
yeah,
was, to be
even now
honest,
I would put on there.
I was, I was sad to see her retire. Now I'm not super, I am excited to see her come back, but I'm upset in the fact that if she loses, it'll destroy like an image that she left everyone with. So I hate that she is coming back because she went out on top, and if she comes back and loses, that'll sour a lot of shit. But um, yeah, man, like I enjoyed watching her fight because of her dominance and because, like you said, skill wise in women's MMA, she would come out there and just
Whoop
put
that
hands
ass.
on you and stand there and yeah, she would she would just come out there and fuck you up. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts. Like I mean, she had a few stagnant nights, maybe like the Juliana Pena fight that won. But then when she came back, she dogged Pena.
Yeah, and I think even the first fight,
So
like her whole thing was that she had COVID or some shit like that, or
yeah,
was coming off COVID, and everyone was still kind of. I mean, I'm still super understanding of that just because I've seen how that. Everyone's seen how that affects people's lungs and stuff like that. I can't imagine trying to be a professional fighter and come back from after that probably
yeah.
pretty soon too.
I mean, yeah, and you see the effects that it had on guys like Chimaev. Like
Yeah,
they, he almost retired because of it.
yeah, which would have been
So,
crazy.
I don't know. Dude, I'm excited for that fight, but I hope she doesn't lose because I'll be pretty
Yeah,
upset about it.
I think she's got a pretty good chance, especially just with the stand up and stuff like that. But again, like I'm with you. I hope she doesn't have like too much ring rust coming in, and I hope it's not like
Yeah,
oh I haven't been hit in the face in a while. Like I really don't fucking miss this feeling, you know. And then she's like,
yeah,
I'm done. It's just like well fuck, like that was kind of a waste. But it'll be interesting to see her return. I'm excited for it, but again I'm kind of with you. Just kind of like fuck. Hopefully like you don't come back like all fucked up.
yeah. I want to see her come back on top. If she really does come back, I I don't know if it's confirmed. There's not a date, so I know they did the whole like face off or whatnot, but I think that fight will be super interesting too because they're former training partners, and
Yeah.
I wish this fight would have happened a while ago, but
Well, I
Harrison was like fucking 185 pounds or some shit.
yeah, that's crazy. She was fighting at 155 in PFL. Like that's insane work.
I think it's I think it's insane that, and I well, the UFC just can't find, I guess, bigger female athletes.
I
There's got
honestly
to be some out there.
I think there is. I think the problem that Dana runs into is just that I for one don't think he cares enough about women's MMA outside of bantamweight and flyweight and strawweight, only because those have been the three consistent money makers for him compared to featherweight. Because I think he saw featherweight as a complete fucking disaster, which it kind of was.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I think he wasn't really putting a whole lot of effort into looking for the best people for that division. And I think they could do a 155 women's division. And I think you could do something like that to. I honestly think you could fucking do a heavyweight women's division, believe it or not. But I think it'd be a
yeah,
total
that'd
fucking
be so
mess.
sick.
But at the same time, I
Perfect,
tune
dude.
in.
I mean, you could catch that at your local fucking Walmart.
Shit, dude, fuck. Dude, yeah, I can go up to fucking fucking Curvo real quick. Go
You
see some shit
fucking
like that.
unplug one of those scooters, and I bet you two bitches will fight over
Oh
it.
man, sign me up. Sign me up. Dana, sign them quick. Oh my
No, yeah, no.
god.
Dana's too caught up on hanging out with these straw weights.
Yeah, and I guess like I understand like the appeal for them too is that they're faster,
Yeah,
they're smaller, they're a little bit more entertaining than like a heavier women's weight class. But
yeah, I
at,
agree.
at the same time, it's just kind of like their faces have been so recycled. Like Andrade, for example, she's been fucking everywhere forever. And no offense, but like I'm not tired of seeing her, but I just want to see a new fresh face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I'm so tired of seeing her lose.
Yeah, that
I'll say
too.
that. Like
Yeah.
she she used to have a time when she was exciting and like and I don't know, just one of those like
She has like those
I'm gonna come
stints.
bring the fight. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. She'll win and be dominant, and then she's like, yeah, I'm gonna lose everything.
Yeah, it's like she's like, I want to go do that build up again. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah, dude. And then she tried to do OnlyFans or some shit.
I don't even want to talk about that. Oh my god.
I
Oh, that was scary. I had nightmares.
geez.
But
I had a friend show me, and I was like, oh, geez.
you're like, yeah, fuck you. You're not my friend anymore. Oh my
But
god. But speaking of the Nunez and Harrison fight, I think that's supposed to be on the White House card, right? Like I think that's what they were shooting for.
I don't know. I haven't heard that. I have heard
I think Caleb was
talks.
pushing for it.
I think Connor was saying something about him and Chandler, which I don't.
Oh, here,
I
here we
I
go
don't know,
again.
man. Just I'm done listening to Connor anything because it almost never happens. And how entertaining would that fight really be? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, someone's getting knocked out, I think, because either Connor doesn't have the same movement he has or he's had before and isn't able to get out of the way of Chandler. But at the same time, Chandler hasn't looked that quick since probably the first Olivera fight, I think. Or I guess the Gaethje fight,
Chandler's just
maybe.
I don't know what Chandler's problem is. He's super entertaining, but he just never can win. Like he's the most exciting guy to watch get knocked out.
Yeah. Well, the Patty fight, he looked really flat, and I thought. And
Yeah.
I don't know if that was just like a surprise to like, holy shit, Patty's huge, or holy shit, Patty hits harder than I thought, or whatever the case is. Like, there may have been like just something to where it just kind of threw him off.
Well,
But
he's
even
a
then,
little
that's kind
older
of wild.
too.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, I think he's just kind of like losing his step as well. And again, like I think the last time he really looked like explosive was the Gaethje fight. And I think that was like his last big hoorah in terms of like just kind of getting everything out there. Because since then, he just hasn't really looked like that great.
Yeah, he's 39.
Yeah, that's tough to be that old in that division.
And then Connor, man, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I mean, they're probably gonna
I don't
fight
know
at
how
what
he's gonna look.
170, I'd imagine. Like, 'cause that's what the original thing
Yeah,
was booked
so
at, right?
yeah. Connor's gonna come in all fucking roided out, coked up, and I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Well, someone else might be
I don't
coming
even
coked
know
up
how
too. John Jones.
I don't I know. And
uh,
DC's pushing for it, which is
no
crazy.
way. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I've not
I saw
seen that.
DC. Yeah, I saw DC saying that Jones deserves to be the headline. And I was like, what?
That's fucking wild.
DC?
He's got to be trolling.
Wow. I, and like I said, I just read it, so I don't know the context, but I saw that and I was like, what?
Dude, I would fucking die if that ended up being the case. Because, I mean, like, imagine
He's,
oh my God, imagine that ended up being the card where we got, like, all of the most random fights. Or, I guess not random, but, like, all the fights that fell apart. Like, we ended up having Jones and Aspinall, Connor and Chandler. I guess Amanda and Harrison hasn't, like, fallen out. But, like, imagine we get that. Imagine we get, like, Yair and Lopez or some shit. Like I don't fucking know, but like a bunch of these fights that have either been super hyped up for a while and then like just didn't come to fruition, or uh,
yeah, but how feasible is it getting some of these
oh
guys
yeah,
into
no
the
no
White
no no, no. I'm not getting my hopes up, but like I that'd just be fucking wild if that ended up being the case. Like they actually all ended up coming together, but yeah, I don't want to see Connor or John on that card. I really fucking don't.
House? I want to see this as a chance to build up
Yes,
new names,
yeah,
new superstars. Fucking, if you want Ilya to be your face or whatever, throw Ilya on there. And I know he's from Spain, but I don't know,
that
man.
card's just
Throw
gonna get
some
so many
fucking
eyes.
Americans.
Yeah.
You got to put Colby on there. Like Colby's annoying, but you got to put Colby on there.
I would
I
hope so.
guarantee he'll give fucking Trump a handy or something. But
I just fucking do like him and Kiesa or some shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, dude, you have to make this. First off, you gotta have a lot of American fighters on there.
Yeah,
And if
unlike
you really
fucking
want to make a
Noche.
statement, do some American versus Russians or something.
Can you imagine? Oh shit, that'd be fucking crazy if we get Putin to fucking join us too while we're there. Oh my
Have
god.
have another Derek Lewis post fight where
Mm.
he's like, yeah, yeah, Trump told me to that Putin was talking this shit, knock this Russian motherfucker out.
Oh my god, that fucking Derek Lewis, dude. What a legendary
Dude,
guy. Just,
I love watching every one of his fights and listening to his. I even if I'm watching the fights and it's like there's other people around, I shut them up and I'm like, you gotta listen,
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
You gotta listen.
Like I promise, this will be the best part of the whole night.
And I know it's overplayed, but when I saw the My Balls Was Hot
Oh,
live, I couldn't breathe.
dude, I was crying.
Derek Lewis, why'd you take your pants off?
My balls was hot. Oh, dude, the last interview he
Yeah,
had,
yeah.
he's like, "I'm gonna do some ground and pound with my wife tonight." I was like, "Oh shit, son!"
Yeah.
I was like, "That is wild." Dude, and
Dude,
Cormier's
I
reaction to that
fucking
shit is just awesome too, because he looks right over at her and he's just like, "Oh my god."
dude, even when they fought, like the shit he was talking to DC before the fight was hilarious.
Yeah, dude. I feel like he's just like one of those guys that's just like, in a way, like, I'm here to have fun. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
he understands it's not something that's gonna last forever and all that extra shit. Like, he seems like he's just there to have a good time and
dude, living his life.
yeah, fucking knock people out too. God damn, that guy can hit hard.
I love Lewis, man. I'm gonna be so sad when he retires.
Oh no, yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. I mean, if
Put
he
Lewis
keeps
on my
like kind of
fight
just
card.
doing his thing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't see him going anytime soon. I guess.
As long as he can put people away in the first round,
Yeah, yeah,
just give him those dudes that think they're ready for top 10 and then knock them
yeah,
out. And
exactly. And then just have us complain about them fucking feeding young guys up to the top. But yeah,
let me see. Let me see.
I, dude. Speaking of heavyweights, actually, have like might be going pretty soon. Tuivasa, I haven't seen that fucking guy in like, I mean, I've seen him on social media looking like a fucking whale, but
Yeah, I last I heard is he weighed like way over the heavyweight limit, and there
I,
was no shot at him coming back
I really wouldn't
for a
even
while.
doubt he's like damn near 400 pounds. He's fucking
Yeah,
huge.
I think he might be done. He had such a weird career because he was in the UFC and then
Yeah.
he kept losing and then he got cut and then he came back and he was hot shit for a while and then I don't know, just started getting fucked up again.
Well, like, so I was talking with someone about this like a long time ago, and his resume getting back up to, I guess, like even a title eliminator with Sirgan, like, it was not that great of a fucking resume at all. Like, it was really bad,
No.
honestly. Like,
Yeah,
it was Stefan Struve, who was already at the end of his career, Harry Hunsucker, Greg Hardy, Augusto Sakai, and then Derek Lewis. And then he got a title eliminator with Cyril Gahn.
yeah. It was that's what I'm saying. He was cut from the UFC and then came back and was like, yeah, you know, I'll be hot shit again or whatever. But
Yeah. I mean, he came back on a
I think it was just the
three-fight win streak.
just that I think it was his personality knocking dudes out and then drinking out of a shoe. I think
Yeah.
it was just a flash in the pan, right time, doing the right thing. But he definitely wasn't on like a top tier level
I mean,
like
I
Gon.
I guess with him, like,
And
he always had
Gon's
that
not the best.
power.
Gon's not the best heavyweight, but he's also an anomaly in how he can move. So
I mean, shit, Tuivasa dropped him in that fight, though.
yeah. Also, man, we need more fighters like Gon at heavyweight.
I
Like
know.
I know we have Aspinall, Gon and Aspinall. Like,
I'm dead serious whenever I say this. Like, people think I'm fucking joking. Let heavyweights juice again. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, let
them juice,
I'm
please.
I'm for any sport. Let any sport juice with a doctor.
Yeah, there we
Like
go.
you can't just go get street pharmaceuticals, but you gotta have like a doctor regiment, like and being overlooked, and that's fine. Juice, recover, get big, get. I want to see the craziest of athletes beat each other up or
Yeah.
run at each other on a football field.
It's just like, and people are like, yeah, but like that's just gonna hurt them more. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. They fucking signed up for it, not me. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like, I'm
hold
just,
on,
I'm just,
hold
the,
on.
I'm just the guy watching.
These I hate, I hate. I love the NFL right now, but when they're all like, "Oh, we gotta soften these rules so
Oh,
targeting and save their brains and stuff," and I'm like, look, forget all that. If I sign up for something and get paid $60 million or some shit like that, brain damage is in the fine print. Like
yeah,
I'm for sure leaving with that on the note that I'm getting this much. Like it's like that. It's a double edged sword. Like if I'm getting all this money, but there's got to be something I get in return, like damage wise, or you signed up for it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to get brain damage on a football field, don't play football.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and I guess it's to me, it's no different than like the trade off that a lot of these, rich business people have in terms of sacrificing their time and energy and stuff like that to build up their own legacy. Like, and I mean, and I understand that these football players obviously already do that as well, but again, I'm with you. It's just it's part of the game, and again, these people are signing up for it willingly. It's not like they're being forced to play. It's not like they're being forced to fight. It's just a career path that they're choosing. And personally, I want to see them get big as fuck and beat the fuck out of each other.
100%. Like
Sign
bring it
me up.
back to pride. Like I said,
Yes,
let them
yeah.
juice, let them juice and soccer kick each other.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
I mean, within, I guess within reason, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just if you're if you're a professional athlete, and I guess UFC is a little bit different because you're not getting paid that much. And even still, that's another reason I can't. Being a UFC fan, I cannot take it easy on these football players or basketball players or whatever. You're getting paid 10 times more the money than these fighters, some of these top fighters in the UFC are making. And you over here complaining about a little hit or something. These guys are getting punched in the face repetitively, getting knocked unconscious repetitively. Some of them for 10 and 10.
Yeah.
So but yeah, yeah, let them juice. Let all athletes juice. I'm okay with it. I hate when it's like, oh, it takes away it gives a competitive advantage. Not if everyone's juicing.
Yeah. And like what you said, if everyone's getting like it or getting from the same source, I think that's completely fair game as well. If you don't have half of them going down to Mexico and the other half going to an actual doctor here in the states, then I I can see how
Half,
that gets problematic. But again, I think everyone's going to the same
half,
source. Like, why not?
half these fighters are juicing already. Some of them are in countries that can't even really be tested easily, and they get tested whenever they come for the fights. Uh, and there's so many ways around it. Um, and even still, like you let guys go get stem cells and all this other stuff. Why not let them juice a little bit?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about I don't even care. Give them the best shit on the market. Like let them get super juicy. I don't care. Like Alistair Overeem juicy,
Dude, and
but
that's what I'm saying, dude. I feel like heavyweights just need to like get that because they're such big guys, and I'm tired of their excuses like, "Oh, I'm a big guy. I'm just gonna be a big fat fucking blob." And it's like, nah, dude. Like,
yeah, dude.
you can get in shape. You're more than likely gonna be a light heavyweight at that point, but like, you can get in shape.
I'm tired of seeing these heavyweights with 8 belly rolls and
Winging
spaggy
overhands.
boobs, winging overhands, and like their body just carrying them everywhere.
Yeah.
Like I want to see athletes. I want to see, and you can't tell me these are the only heavyweights you can find.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you can't. It and I know boxing makes a lot more money, but like you see some of these heavyweight boxers and like none of them look like out of, besides Tyson Fury, like whatever. But a lot of these heavyweights in boxing are in very good shape. And then you look at the UFC and you're like, the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. That does look like you're just picking them up off the street.
Yeah,
Seeing
like
who wins the local bar fight, and then let's like sign them
yeah,
to get them to Tinder series.
that's what I'm saying. Like if you the only prerequisite is if you can weigh, which these fatter guys can lose a lot more water weight. So if you can drop down below 260 and just throw a punch, we'll probably let you in. If you can knock someone out, we'll probably let you in.
Yeah. Well, I guess that goes back to kind of what you just mentioned a few a few minutes ago. Like, I want to see athletes, and I want to see like almost the best of the best in the UFC. Like that's what the UFC kind of built themselves on, was just that they were looking for the best of the best in every weight class, and they've just gotten away from that so much with contender series and everything like that. I know we've talked about this numerous times, but you know, I think just things like the contender series kind of like ruined the whole aspect of like bringing the best of the best in, because at first, I mean, the contender series was fucking killing it with the talent they were bringing in, and then it got to a point to where Dana was just all like, okay, well, I guess like we're having this much success with these guys early on, like we're probably gonna have continued success with these other guys that we're gonna sign in the future. So let's just fucking sign everybody while we're at it, and then try to get, let's see what shit sticks to the wall. And it's just been watered down so much. It's annoying, especially the lower weight classes. They don't even give a fuck about heavyweight anymore.
Yeah, I can't fuck. I I I don't like seeing these bigger guys. It drives me up a wall every time I see one of these just obese.
Yeah,
Let's be quite frank. Like these borderline, they're gonna have a heart attack fighters. Like I don't know. They need it. Heavyweight needs to be gutted and fixed. I think.
yeah. I mean, I
That I'm a fan of knockouts, but I don't want to see fat guys knock each other out. It's cool and it's fun, but I can see that on street beefs or something.
yeah, 100%. And more than likely, it's gonna be more entertaining on there anyways, which is kind of the sad part.
It's
But
yeah,
because like I don't give a fuck about Justin Taffa. You know what I mean? Like I don't give a shit about the Taffa brothers. I don't. And you guys push that
no,
shit in our face so fucking much because y'all want a replacement Mark Hunt. Like dude, I don't give a fuck. Like just give me good athletes that I can watch. Everyone's gonna get behind them naturally. I promise. But y'all keep throwing shit like that in our fucking face, and we don't like it. We don't. We simply don't. Stop doing it.
yeah,
The
I
fuck?
agree. I agree. And and I get it. Like some of these guys are bigger, but I don't know, man. How do you have a bunch of professional athletes? And I get it's heavyweight, and I get they're big, but how don't you have these professional athletes? Almost none of them have abs or anywhere close to it up there. Like they're just a bunch of I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you can't tell me that a Francis Ngannou type beat in MMA is just this fucking anomaly.
Yeah.
Like
Like
it and,
he's.
and
There's no way
hard
he's
to
the only
find.
one.
Yeah,
Absolutely no way.
go get a bunch of NFL rejects or I don't know, man. You got to find something. You got to figure it out. You got to recruit a little heavier. I think, like you mentioned before, I think with the women's weight classes, I think Dana is just kind of content with the way things are. Like he's so focused on boxing, slap fighting, all this other shit.
Yeah.
I think I think they're just kind of okay with it because people will be like, "Oh yeah, we'll watch these big guys knock each other out."
Well, I mean,
But
and also I guess just with like the smaller weight classes being so successful, with how crazy lightweight's been the past couple of years, featherweight's been the past couple of years, welterweight and middleweight are finally starting to kind of pop off now, and I just think that like again he just focuses on what's doing good. He's like, okay, like what can we do to make this better, rather than what can we do to make this better along with fixing some of the other shit we need to fix. And I just don't understand where that and again I think to your point, it's him kind of being focused on stuff outside of the UFC as well, like power slap and boxing, to where it's kind of hurting the focus of the UFC, because I'm not even sure if some of the other top guys there kind of know what to even do. And again, I think that's what kind of makes Dana like one of the greatest promoters ever. Is just he kind of can figure out a direction to go in, and it's gonna work 90% of the time.
look, sorry, I've looked up. I just randomly looked up what the UFC heavyweight like rankings looked like 10 years ago, 2015,
Oh, this will be interesting.
and there there was hardly any fucking Mark Hunt and Roy Nelson were probably the only two fattest dudes in the top
That's great because
10,
Mark Hunt
11.
wasn't even that. I mean, he was a fat guy, but
Uh,
like he was like an in shape fat guy. And
you had
I think Roy with the same thing. He just didn't give a fuck about his diet at all. But like
yeah.
he could have been a crazy good athlete.
You had Werdum as champion. You had Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos,
Oh,
Stipe,
oh,
Arlovsky, Travis Brown, Josh Barnett, Mark Hunt, Ben Rothwell, Alistair Overeem, Frank Mir, Roy Nelson, Antonio Silva, Matt Mitrione, um, Josh Roseholt, and Olenek. Top 15.
dude, that's
You look at
crazy.
and you and those are all names. Like you look at top 15 now, you got Aspinall gone, Volkov, Pavlovich, Blades, Almeida, Waldo Acosta, Cortez Acosta. Don't know how he's top 10. To be honest with me, I don't think he's top 10 talent.
Yeah, no.
Spivak, Derek Lewis, which I love Derek
Some muscle
Lewis.
hanging in
Top
there.
10, crazy. Top 10 is crazy, but he has the most knockouts in UFC history, so put him up there. Anti Deliha, uh, don't know how he's top 10. Tybura, don't know how he's top 10. Tai Tuivasa still 11.
Yeah, that see shit like that. That's when I start going, "What the fuck are we doing?"
Shamil Gaziev is 12. Mick Parkin 13. Taliesin Teixeira 14. And Walter Walker is number 15. And to be honest, like half of these dudes that I just named couldn't sniff the jock strap of these guys that I named from 10 years ago.
Not even fucking Olenek, dude. Olenek would have had his way with I feel like a couple of those guys. I mean, because that guy's ground game was just insane itself. But like, he was just one of those guys that like you could hit him with some shit, but he's just gonna grab you and fucking pull you to the ground at some point. And I a lot of these guys I feel like even in heavyweight just don't have that ground game that come close to a lot of those guys even had it back then. I mean, for Doom and Mir, like those guys would have gone crazy.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I don't know what happened to the heavyweight division, but it definitely needs to be fixed and revamped and something, man. It's
Yeah, it's a shame, honestly.
I think it's the worst division in the UFC right now by far, and that's a sad thing to say because I used to love heavyweight fights. Like those were like the headlines, the ones you gotta fucking watch. Like, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's been tough watching heavyweight fall off for sure. Because I mean, just like you were saying, some of my favorite fights ever are in heavyweight, and now I don't even want to tune in for a heavyweight fight unless it's the top five guys.
Yep, it's yeah. I even then like
Yeah,
name some of these. Name besides Tom Aspinall. What heavyweight do you see on here that could headline a pay per view?
I mean, Gon's the closest one, but even then, you know what I mean. Like he's already done it so much. There's kind of like that. I feel like that doubt now of just being like, okay, well, this guy's maybe not super legit like someone like Aspinall is, and that's really about it, man. I mean, and again, the only reason why they would even headline a pay per view is just because they're heavyweights.
Yep.
Just that respect of putting the heavier weight classes above you. And I mean, I kind of hate to say it, but like John Jones kind of carried that division in terms of like name value, especially coming up. Like it created a lot more opportunity for those guys to fight somebody new, and then for him, I mean, to do the thing that we kind of all saw coming really sucked because again that misses out on fights with like Tom, that misses out on fights with Volkov. I thought a Volkov and John Jones fight would have been super interesting. Um,
Yeah.
and I think same thing with like Sergey, even Blades. I think Blades would have done. Uh, yeah, I think he could have done really well against John, honestly. And then, I mean, Almeida kind of just does his thing, but like again, I just think that those are again 5 fights that we could have had that would have been kind of super exciting to kind of see on where John really did fit into the heavyweight division. But we saw him fight Gon and then Stipe and the dip. It was just like, all right. And like neither one of those guys are really that active in heavyweight division, anyways. Because Stipe didn't fight, and that was his first fight back from the fucking Ngannou fight that he got knocked out in. And then you had Gon not fight since John Jones fight. No, I take it back, since the Volkov fight. But even then, it was like John Jones fight, Volkov fight, then what? You know,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
it's just
who
it's a shit division now, unfortunately.
and I don't I don't see any names that are on there that yep, that's going to be the next heavyweight star
Mm-hmm.
I mean besides Aspinall, but I think Aspinall besides like someone getting a lucky shot and putting him out or some shit. Jonathan Almeida, I mean he's another guy who could be a sleeper at heavyweight for sure. Um, but he just
He's too one dimensional, I think, now for nowadays.
yeah, it's just other than that, man, like I could see Aspinall staying on top for a while in the UFC at
Yeah,
heavyweight, like as a champ, because there's just no one there unless someone comes out of nowhere. But
yeah. I mean, like, I guess you have like the meme thing going on with like Shamil, and then I mean Acosta, I guess, is like someone new coming up, but like, I don't
he
think
doesn't impress me at all.
he really doesn't to me either. Like, I think Curtis Blade beats him pretty easily. I think Pavlovich beats him. I think Volkov beats him. I think Gon beats him. Like, I don't think he gets any higher than where he is right now.
I mean, he just lost, and then
He did.
he did knock out. Yeah, he just lost the decision to Pavlovich.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. Oh my god, that's right. So he already lost to one of the top guys who hasn't been doing shit lately, anyways. So like,
and he has knocked out two guys in Bresky and um Ryan Spann, but those two names are, I
yeah,
mean, those guys are
not even ranked.
nobody. No. Well, other than that, I don't see anything from him that's exciting. He just stands kind of and throws a jab to win a decision. And that's what I've seen in every one of his fights. And I don't find him entertaining in the slightest.
Yeah, yeah.
I to be honest, I kind of root for the day he gets knocked out. I don't know why. And maybe that's just the hater in me. I
But
just
I'm with you
it's
though.
just this something about his style. Like I'm just like I don't see the hype behind him.
Yeah, it just plays it very safe.
And then yeah. That and then Blades, we've seen that. Derek Lewis, we've seen that. Spivak, I don't know what he's doing in the top 10.
Yeah,
He has his moments where he looks good and then he loses. Tybura constantly loses. Tuivasa, no. Uh, and then Pavlovich, he was looking good on this tear, just knocking people out. And then
then he realized
after
he could get
that,
beat.
yeah, and then um, after that Aspinall fight, and then he fought Volkov. He just kind of, I don't know, he just hasn't looked the same. He hasn't knocked anybody out since either.
I honestly think that Aspinall fight just fucked him up. I mean, in terms of him
Yeah.
just feeling untouchable and then just getting knocked out like that in the first round. Because I mean, you really saw the
I think,
hesitation with him and Volkov, and I think people were like saying that, oh, it was. I think it was more of like them training together and stuff like that. I honestly think it was just him fucking scared, man. I mean, I don't blame
yeah.
him. I wouldn't want to get knocked out like that again. And it's not like Volkov doesn't hit hard. He hits hard and he's fucking accurate too. And that's a tough
And
fight in general.
people were so on him like being this boogeyman that could beat John and beat Aspinall, and I was like, I just don't see it because he kind of wings punches and does some
Yeah, just relied on the power too
like
much.
yeah, he wasn't super technical. He just relied on a lot of power, and so I don't see him being a top contender. And then you have Volkov. Like, don't get me wrong, Volkov's good. He's still up there doing it. I think he won that fight against Gon, to be honest. But again, he's a guy that's been around a while, and we've seen it,
Yeah. Well,
and he has the wins, but
and he's already fought Aspinall.
yeah, I just I want to see new entertaining guys. Because let me see, I don't know who motherfucker been Volkov been in the
He's been
UFC.
in there for a hot minute. I mean, I kind of feel bad for him because I kind of want him. I can't remember if he is going to be
2016.
2016. Really?
Yeah, so
Wow. Because
he's been a
he was tearing in Bellator before that too.
yeah he's been a contender in the heavyweight for 8 years. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. That's just tough. I mean, I feel like he. Because, I mean, again, with that whole Derek Lewis fight, even he was kicking Derek's
Yeah,
ass the whole time, and then just got caught with a super unlucky shot. And I feel like that's been the thing of his whole career. Is just like he's just been as soon as he gets to that title shot fight, something happens. Like for example, Derek Lewis fight, the Cyril Gahn fight, because if he was winning that, he was getting a title shot for sure.
yep,
Even in the Aspinall fight, just ran into a better person than him that fight. Um, he's always right there, and then just gets shut down, unfortunately. But I'm always rooting for him, though. I mean, he's always super entertaining to watch, in my opinion, especially for a heavyweight.
yeah, he's one of the more entertaining guys. Athletic, tall, hard to deal with, but
And his ground game's gotten really good too.
that's what I'm saying. That's what we're left with right now.
Yeah.
And that's no shade on Volkov. He's a great fighter,
Yeah, but
but
it's just crazy that we've had someone who's been in the UFC for 8 years, almost nine now, and is still like at the top of the heavyweight division. Like that's impressive for him, but at the same time, I feel like that kind of shows that there's been no new people like really at all that have come up to be able to challenge someone like him because I think a lot of those older guys could have been able to handle him in certain ways, kind of like they were trying to deal with Struve and whatnot. But
yep,
I don't know. Yeah, heavyweight just fucking sucks.
yeah, I agree. There's a lot in the UFC that I would change right now if I was president for the day, for sure.
But real quick,
But
gonna wrap it up with UFC Perth coming up this weekend. Um, we got Ulrich Reyes headlining. Super pumped about that one. Um, Again, kind of like what we said like last week. There's some other pretty good bangers on this card. I think we did have the co-main slip out, which was what Tafa and Ibo or whatever his name is.
yeah,
But
um,
Crute as a co-main event, I'm not upset about it at all.
they got Tom Nolan another fight with uh Charlie Campbell.
I'm excited about that
So,
one.
yeah, that one will be fun. Um, that's an that's just another sneaky good fight that they threw on there, which will be nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's some pretty
Yeah,
solid ones on here, man. I mean, I think the first three are kind of but I think Colby
I like that.
Thicknesse, he could get it
I
going.
like that Navajo Sterling got moved to be the prelim headliner.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
I'm
think
I'm
he's gonna
hoping he
put
shows
away
out. Yeah,
Bellato. I hope he knocks out Bellato after that little acting that he did
that was such fucking bullshit,
in
dude.
his last fight. Yeah.
Such bullshit.
Um.
Oh, Petrotsky's on
Yeah.
this card.
I
That's funny.
yeah. He's opening the. He. Oh no, he's not anymore. He.
Yeah, they moved him up.
Oh yeah. Last I saw, he was opening up the prelims,
Oh, okay.
but they moved him around, I guess.
I'm surprised they didn't move
Which is good.
Oban Elliott higher
Yeah. I think.
because I wonder who's gonna win that matchup. That's a good matchup
Yeah. That'll be a fun matchup.
because Jonathan was fucking looking good in his debut. Looked really good.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a sneaky fun card. It'll be good. It'll be entertaining. I think I see a lot of knockouts to be honest.
I do too.
Um,
I mean, especially with like I guess in Malarkey, you can just kind of count on him getting knocked
he
out.
always brings it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too. And I think Jake Matthews and Neil Magny, that's a fun veteran matchup. Someone's for sure getting knocked out, I think, in that main event. I think it's going to be hard
Yeah,
for either one of them not to.
I agree. I see Jimmy Crute pulling off a win. Let me see.
Yeah, I hope so. I like Jimmy. I think Jack Jenkins can get that win as well. I mean, they're really kind of setting up their Australian people to and New Zealand people to win,
Yeah,
which is not
I think
not bad by me.
I think the prelim man has a lot more. To be honest, the prelims, like usual, I think have a lot more, in my opinion, fights that are going to be bangers and finish.
Yeah,
I see quite a few fights on this main card that'll probably go to decision. I think Jake Matthews, Neil Magny might go to decision.
yeah, I could definitely see that.
Uh, I think.
I wonder how aggressive Jake's going to be in that because, I mean, obviously we saw the last one with Cheaty. Like he fucking went on the gas immediately to go choke him out, and I mean Neil's ground game's pretty legit. I don't think he's able to do that to him.
Yeah, that the main event. I'm I'm interested in seeing how that turns out.
Yeah, because
I
it's
think that's a
cause
they have Olberg as a heavy favorite, which
really.
um yeah, they have Olberg as a minus 275 favorite, Reyes as a plus 210. So they're
Huh.
really leaning for Olberg, but I think that I know Reyes has a tendency to get finished lately, but I think he's also looked good in his recent fights, and I think it's closer than the books the books have it.
Yeah, I think the only thing that they're probably putting into consideration is that his chin probably just
Yeah.
isn't what it used to be. But I mean, at the same time, though, man, if he lands anything on Olberg, I think Olberg's gonna feel it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Reyes is getting that confidence back. I mean that, and as corny as it sounds, like that puts more power into those punches, man. Because I mean, he's able to put a lot more just ump into it, and if he really wants to connect that shit, he's going to. And I think I'm just curious to see who's going to be up against the cage because they both tend to do it, and so it's going to be like a weird pressure battle, I think, and seeing on who's going to be like trying to egg on the other one to come towards them. And if anything, I think Reyes is going to be the one doing the pressuring compared to
I
Olberg.
think I think he'll do a lot of chasing. I think Olberg's gonna do that typical city kickboxing, step back, try and counter shot.
Yeah,
But
I
I
mean,
don't know. I think it'll be a good fight.
yeah,
I think it ends in a finish.
it's going to be a good chess match, especially for the first like maybe round or two, and then from there, I think once they kind of figure out, all right, we can get going.
Well,
That's gonna be a good
yeah,
one.
yeah. I think it'll take a while to get, like you said, get warmed up. But then I think once they feel each other out, I think it's gonna break loose in the second round
Yeah,
if it
yeah,
gets to the second, maybe late first.
yeah. I definitely could end pretty quick. It's tough to think about. I mean, the more I do think about it, like it's tough to decide like who I think's gonna really win it because they both have their path. I mean, and
Yeah,
it's both open there. Like it's wide open for both of them.
yeah, I agree.
Gonna be a good one though.
Um, do you have anything else? I think we covered more than what we had planned for
Yeah,
tonight for sure.
yeah, yeah. No, I think we did. No, I think I'm good. I don't think I really have anything else. I just yeah, I'm looking forward to actually having a card this weekend. I know that we kind of
I
talked about
know.
like having the whole like less cards and better stacked and stuff like that. And maybe it's just because these cards haven't necessarily been like super stacked like the way that we would imagine them being if like that was actually a consistent scheduling sort of deal. But like I kind of miss having a card every weekend, even if it's a shit one. Not gonna lie.
I know. I thought there was one. I thought this fight was last weekend, and I turned on ESPN and I was like, "Where are the fights?"
You're like, oh fuck, did I miss it?
But no, I'm excited for the fights, and I look forward to recapping it next week. See what happens.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, I'm really just curious to see who's gonna win that main event. Who's gonna be able to implement what, but it'll be a good one. It'll be a good card. Yeah. Thank you to everyone tuning in for this episode. Devin, if you got anything else, real quick,
No, that's all I had. Thank you guys for listening.
and we will see y'all next week. We are gonna have a guest on, Gene. Gene is a very dedicated MMA TikToker. We will have him on, and we'll do a little interview with him and whatnot, and let our audience kind of get to know him, and we will see y'all next week. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Enjoy the card. Be safe if y'all go out, and we'll see you on the moon.